their gold reserves. That is all those proceeds are just in exchange to protect the junta regime.
He talked about Burkina Faso's gold, saying that we use it to protect ourselves and all that. First of all, it's Burkina Faso's gold, it's not his gold. That's the first thing. What business is it of his? It's none of his business. It's Burkina Faso, it's Burkina Faso's gold, it doesn't concern him. Second thing, he's lying. Because Burkina Faso never had any gold reserves until we came along. We are the ones who started setting aside gold for the treasury of Burkina Faso. Otherwise, there wasn't a single gram of gold reserves in Burkina. That means he's a liar again. Another thing, when he says we use it to protect ourselves and all that, we are free. If the people have decided that we should govern them, we have a duty to protect ourselves. So we are free. What business is it of his? And the part that hurt me the most, not because he's a general or because he's American or anything like that, but because he's black. It really hurts to see a black man being used to fight against another black man. And this didn't start just now. It has to stop. You see, it's very dangerous. Even Libya, who destroyed Libya? Once again, they used a black man. In movies back in the day, in America, black people always played the bad guy. But we know that's just in the movies. But why do black people have to keep playing the bad guy? I think that if he heard this interview, he should look at himself in the mirror, feel ashamed.
Welcome back to Reaction Calls. Let's get into this. General Langley. He wants his gold back and he will stop at nothing to get it. There is only one problem. The gold is not his, nor does it belong to him. So who does it belong to? Well, it belongs to Burkina Faso, and Captain Ibrahim Traore has told General Langley, you can't have it. Now this has, of course, has made the Americans very, very angry. And they went on a smear campaign throughout the media. You've probably seen it on YouTube and TikTok and Facebook and Instagram of General Langley's big bald head all around, flying all over the news, talking a whole lot of nonsense, basically. Yeah, some of the things he has said is Captain Traore has he's stealing the gold. He has used the gold to bring himself into power, which is a lie, as has been said there. He said things such as he's using the power to the gold to, you know, make people's lives worse, to make himself this multi-billionaire or millionaire, and just a whole lot of scrambling going on by the American media to try and point Ibrahim as this bad guy, as basically any reason and any justification for the Americans to be able to go over there and forcibly remove him, which hasn't really worked. People have seen this time and time again. We saw it with Libya, we saw it with Iraq, we saw it with Afghanistan, we saw it with Vietnam. The list goes on, and I think the media campaign just hasn't worked. People are tired of these lies that are just, at this point, they're just so tired. They're so tiring, they don't even try anymore. It's getting ridiculous. But they're trying. It's funny to see them try. But as Traore said, the sad thing about it is that they have used a black man to do it, which it's typical behavior. They did it with Barack. When Barack was in charge, they used him a lot to smear a lot of the black and brown presidents and leaders worldwide. And now, of course, Trump's in charge. They don't have a black man in charge. So they went to the next best thing. They found the biggest, boldest black man they could find in Langley, and they said, this man will do. He will attack. So, but we'll keep you updated on any news, any break-ins that's coming from that. But we're going to watch a video of Emmanuel Macron, the French president, prime minister, and we'll see what he has to say.
He also insulted all Africans.
I think they forgot to say thank you to us. It's not a big deal. It will come with time.
There is a part that caught my attention where he talked about ingratitude.
Gratitude, I am well aware, is a non-transmissible disease to humans.
He is human. Our ingratitude is not transmissible to him. This is how this gentleman sees Africa, sees Africans. We are not human. In his eyes, I think that if he is not an atheist and he prays, every morning when he wakes up and prays, he should also pray to the Africans. Because it is thanks to our ancestors that there is a France today. He should pray to us.
So, gratitude is the word of the day. Gratitude is the word that the French president, prime minister, however they call it, Emmanuel Macron, however you want to pronounce it, has spread out to the airwaves. Gratitude, that's the word he wants all Africans to learn. Gratitude. Now, I don't know about you, but gratitude, maybe in my language, is different to the French language, because I believe Macron has used the wrong word there, because what he has done, what the French have done, is not one of gratitude or graciousness. So what have the French done? Well, the French, as you know, we'll not get into all the history there, but the French, for a very long time, and even still today, controlled a lot of West Africa. Now, they didn't do this in good terms, they didn't do this in kindness. No, they did it in stealing, thieving, whatever you want to do it. They came, they packed their bags, and they sent everything to France. Now, France has some of the largest gold reserves in the world. I don't think they have a single gold mine in France. So you can see why Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré, has kicked them out. Now, Ibrahim Traoré, apparently he has said that he would be willing to work with France, so long as France does the rightful thing and sends all the gold they have stolen back. And I think this is what caused Emmanuel to, in typical French behavior, get very, very angry. But angry at what? Angry at the fact that somebody has came along and finally been brave enough to look towards the French and basically tell them to, you know, in a polite term, get out. And the French, they can't handle that. Now, why can't they handle that? Why can't they? Well, a lot of French wealth is built on the back of what they steal from West Africa and Burkina Faso. If our wealth was to be cut off, France has two options. Option one, pay Burkina Faso the correct and rightful amount for any and all resources that goes to France. Option two, live without those resources and see France, the French economy, take a massive downward spiral in its general wealth. But you see, the French president, prime minister, Emmanuel Macron, he is not like that. No. He is not a man of that. You see, he has a third option. And the third option is, we already know, we saw it in the first video. He ran to the United States of America. He got on his knees and he begged the Americans to come and help. He begged them, please show us mercy. You'll go over to them. He begged them. No, likely he probably went over there and said, look, you're going to have to help the French. The French, we are a prominent figure in Europe. We're a powerful figure in Europe. We are one of the biggest allies of America. If we collapse and fall, it can be shown as a sign of weakness for America, or maybe Britain, maybe Germany, maybe other powerful European countries will no longer want to associate themselves in any sort of alliance with America. America doesn't want that, so, which is why they went on this smear campaign of Africa. Macron has also went on his own smear campaign talking absolute nonsense, such as, we don't want to leave Africa because, you know, they're not developed yet and we have to uplift them more. And somebody needs to enlighten me on the development France has been doing, because all they have been doing is taking since the colonization of Africa. All they have been doing is taking. And the word, again, I want to focus on is the word he said first: gratitude. Now, gratitude will work both ways. Where was France's gratitude when France won the World Cup in football and the majority of their best players were all of African descent? Paul Pogba, N'Golo Kante, Mbappe. I mean, the list goes on. Without those key players, all of African descent, France would not have a World Cup. So we talk of gratitude, yet here show none. You talk of gratitude, yet black people in France are not treated kindly. You talk of gratitude, yet Africans struggle to come to France and other European countries. You talk of gratitude, yet you have done nothing but take, and you continue to take until the end of times, until somebody comes along, which they did in Ibrahim Traore. And that is why you are so angry. You're not angry because of how you say he is treating his people. You're not angry at this or that. You are angry that your hand that was in Africa has been cut off and you have been sent back to France. That is why you are angry. And in your anger, you have run to America and you're doing all you can to justify your stealing, your thievery, your conniving, whatever you want to call it. You're scrambling to justify that. It's nonsense. That's the word I will give out. He wants to give gratitude, I will give out nonsense. I think that is the best way you can look at this. So guys, let me know what you think. For me, like I said, nonsense. If you agree, maybe you comment in the comment section, nonsense. Maybe you tag Macron himself and let him know the nonsense he is on, and tag Langley, because again, he will know. He'll wake up one day and he'll realize that the American government doesn't care about him either. And like I say, Malcolm, and let me end it on this also. Malcolm X said it best. They will use a black man to take out another black man. And we'll say it time and time and time again. But again, all of that, the media, the whatever they're trying to do, is nonsense. I think you should support Traore, support African leaders building up Africa for themselves. And I think Europe and America, I think it's time to leave it for them. Leave Africa for Africans to lead themselves. This has been Reaction Calls. I'll see you next time. Peace.